Grace and peace to you all, and welcome back to my channel. This is Donald Siami, author of Hidden Mathematical Genius Within Revealed. Okay, so we continue on integration and particularly U substitution. Okay, so we have the integral of tan x over sec squared x with respect to x. The limits we have from 0 to pi over 2. Okay, so first thing, we need to simplify the fraction here, tan x over sec squared x. So tan x, we know that tan x is sine x over cos x. Then we are dividing by sec squared x. Sec squared is 1 over cos squared. So divide by 1 over cos squared x. Okay, so when you are dividing fractions, we need to change to multiplication. So it will be sine x over cos x times cos squared x over 1. So the fraction this side is supposed to be interchanged. Okay, so the cos x can go in cos squared x. We'll get cos x. So this becomes sine x cos x. So in short, here where we have tan x over sec squared x, we are going to have sine x cos x. So the integral becomes now, this is from 0 to pi over 2 of sine x cos x dx. Okay, then we can apply the U substitution. We can let either sine x or cos x to be U. Okay, let's use sine x. So say U is equal to sine x. The next stage is to differentiate. So the derivative of U with respect to it is 1, then multiplied by du. So you get du is equal to derivative of sine x is cos x, then you multiply by dx. Okay, so these are the substitutions which we are going to make here. Okay, so where there is u is sine x, so we are going to have integral from 0 to pi over 2. Then u is sine x, so sine x you have u. Then we know that du is equal to cos x dx. So cos x dx is du. So we have the integral of u with respect to u. Okay, and you know that this is integrated as, so you add 1 to the power, then you divide the new power. So when you add 1, there you're going to have 2, so it will be u squared over 2. Okay, and we have limits from 0 to pi over 2. Okay, again we know that u is sine x, so we have sine x squared over 2, then limits from 0 to pi over 2. Okay, so the upper limit should subtract the lower limit. Okay, so upper limit is pi over 2, so we are going to have sine of pi over 2 is 1, and 1 squared is just 1, so we have 1 over 2 minus, so you subtract the lower limit, x is 0, so sine of 0 you get 0, and 0 squared is just 0, and 0 divided by 2 is 0, so we have 1 over 2 minus 0, and 1 over 2 minus 0 you get 1 over 2. Okay, so in short we are saying the integral of tan x over sec squared x with respect to x with limits from 0 to pi over 2, the answer is 1 over 2. Okay, we go to the next one. So So the next one, we have cos over square root of x over square root of x dx. Okay, so here we are going to make square root of x to be our u. So say u is equal to square root of x. Okay, so what we can do here, we can try to get rid of the square root. Okay, and we know that the reciprocal of square root is just squared. So we can square both sides of the equation. So we are going to have this side squared. We're going to have u squared is equal to squared and square root will cancel out. So is equal to x. Okay, then we try to differentiate. Okay, so what's the derivative of u squared? Derivative of u squared with respect to u will be 2u. Okay, so we have 2u. Then since this is in terms of u, we are going to multiply by du. Then this is equal to the derivative of x is just 1. And 1 multiplied by dx, you get dx. So in short, where there is u, where there is square root of x, we'll put a u. And where there is dx, we'll put 2u du. Okay, so we have integral from 0 to pi squared. Then we are going to have cos of square root of x is u, so we have cos of u over u. Then where there is dx is 2u multiplied by du. So we have 2u du. Okay, then this u and u will cancel out. So u and u cancel out. We have 2 there is a constant, so we'll bring it outside the integral. So we are going to have 2, then integral from 0 to pi squared. Then we have cos u du. Okay, so what is the integral of cos u? The integral of cos u is just sine u. Since we know that derivative for sine is cos, so the integral of cos should be sine. So integral of cos u becomes sine u. Okay, so we have 2, and the integral is sine u, then limits from 0 to pi squared. Now don't forget that u is equal to square root of x. So where there is u, we are going to put a square root of x. So we have 2, then in brackets we have sine of square root of x, then limits from 0 to pi squared. Okay, so we have 2, then in brackets we are going to have, so the upper limit will subtract the lower limit. So if you put pi squared here, the square root and square root will cancel, so it will be pi. So we are going to have sine of pi. What is sine of pi? That is sine of 180 in degrees. It's a 0. Sine of pi is 0. So we have 0 minus, then we put 0 where there is x. So square root of 0 is 0. And the sine of 0 will be a 0. So it's 0 minus 0. And 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 multiplied by 2, you get 0. So again, we are saying the integral of cos square root of x over square root of x with respect to x and limits from 0 to pi squared is equal to 0. So this is how you do it. Thank you so much for your time.